aside from Gibbs and Hub. Hub was 5 for 9. Gibbs was 4 for 6 in that contest. We are set to go for the opening tip-off. A.J. Brahma takes it for Robert Morris, and the Colonials come away with the basketball. It's John Williams running the point for Robert Morris. He's out there with his brother Josh Williams. Nearly taken away by Rex Pfluger early.
Irish playing man-to-man.
That's John Williams. Brahma pulls up, not even close.
Got a hand on it. Durham got a hand on it.
TJ Gibbs. It's John Mooney. Gibbs appears to be running the point in the early going as opposed to Prentice Hub.
Right.
Hub, who had 22 points in a career high versus UNC, dishes to Gibbs, whose shot's off the mark. And it is Tracy who comes away with the rebound. Dante Tracy played 25 minutes in the game versus Marshall, a 67-60 loss for the Colonials. It's the redshirt senior Williams who's blocked. That ball is tipped away by John Williams, and we see an emphatic block early on from Juwan Durham.
And the thing that he just brings to this game is he's had 2 deflections and blocks already, and that just allows the Irish to get out and run.
Rex Pfluger drives to the basket. He's fouled. Pfluger had a quiet night offensively against the Tar Heels, registered just 1 point.
You know, he's just getting back into the group. It's going to take a little bit of time before he gets in the flow. It's amazing he's even out here so quick after that devastating injury.
Pfluger had played quite a bit, 22 minutes against UNC, an integral defensive part of this team.
Robert Morris doing a great job of switching out, doing an outstanding job on the perimeter, but they have no answer for that inside.
John Mooney with his first points of the contest. Averaged a double-double last season. More than 20 of them throughout the course of the year. Dante Tracy, step back's no good.
Great transition here by the Irish.
And it's TJ Gibbs who lays it off the glass.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get the ball inside. The Irish have done that in their first possession. They wanted to run the floor. They did that so well in that last possession.
Pump fake, Josh Williams from 3. That's off.
Yes.
Williams, a terrific three-point shooter generally.
Absolutely, he had a great look there, just did not knock it in. Yeah, they're going to have to know where he is. And, you know, Rex Pfluger gets that assignment, knowing where he's at, getting through screens, getting out there and contesting the shots. Because if you don't, it's a 3 marked up on the scoreboard.
A season ago, in a game versus Mount Aloysius, it's a Division III school, there were 15 threes from Josh Williams, and that's his first tonight.
Well, ring it up. You just mentioned his name, and he had a first really, really good look, and there was nothing but net there.
In that game versus Mount Aloysius, 15 for 25. I've never heard of somebody shooting 25 threes in a game.
That's and hitting 15 of them. That's pretty amazing. And I don't care if it's against a Division III score or whatever. You still got to make them.
Yeah,
you know, you got to make them.
60% from beyond the arc. That time, Prentice Hub was called for the charge.
Yes, that was a great defensive stand by the Colonials there.
And so far, this is a Colonials team that isn't so big, but they've done a great job defensively.
They really have.
Dante Tracy's pass deflects off the fingertips of Josh Williams. It's a turnover for the Colonials.
And you can just see it in the eyes of Rex Pfluger, the senior, just being able to do that. But yeah, the starting 5, you know, it's got a solid group. These people have played now together, and they played very well Wednesday night, I thought.
Notre Dame had no players graduate a season ago, just one departure. That was DJ Harvey, who transferred away from Notre Dame. Durham on the reverse. So look at the Robert Morris starting 5. The brothers, Josh Williams and John Williams, the guards. two of them have been terrific. The younger brother, John, has his pass deflected out of bounds.
You know, one of the things you can do as a player is attack the basket here and then find the open man. And, you know, that was just a great attack. Getting to the paint, which is their goal this game, is get to the rim, get to the paint by attacking. And that set up that layup.
This is a smaller Robert Morris team. The tallest players are Charles Bain at 6'8", and Yanis Mendy, who is also 6'8". But Jawan Durham, nearly 7 feet tall. John Mooney, 6'10", so the height advantage the way of the Irish. Mooney's shot misses that time.
Both teams have come out with a lot of energy, both ends of the floor. It's been a great start for both teams.
Extra Notre Dame up 3 in this early portion of the contest against Robert Morris. Notre Dame this past Wednesday opened its season with a conference matchup against North Carolina. I spoke with Notre Dame senior forward John Mooney, who told me that despite the loss and the fact that the Irish are a work in progress, he's happy to see the competitive spirit and the grit from his teammates and that they want to be challenged in games like they were at Chapel Hill. Austin?
That's right, Holden. Notre Dame put up a pretty nice performance against UNC. They ended up losing that game by 11, but they were leading by as much as 5 in the second half.
Absolutely, and if you go back and look at that tape, they had shots. If they would hit those shots, it could have been a major win for the Irish.
Notre Dame just 9 for 31 from beyond the arc. It's Prentice Hub who pulls up. That's off the mark. The Irish so far 0 for 2 in that category today. Carmody's picked up his dribble.
Yes,
He's got to
he did.
find somewhere to go.
Robert Morris has come out with a lot of great defensive effort here, making the Irish have to look to the perimeter rather than inside.
Carmody looks to drive. 2 seconds to shoot, tries to get one up, and he gets it to go. The shot off just barely in time.
I tell you, that's just great time awareness, knowing how much time you had on the clock. Did a pivot, saw the rim, and knocked it in.
A Robert Morris team with quite a few players returning. Josh and John Williams both started in all 35 matchups a year ago, along with Charles Bain. Fight for the rebound. Mooney comes away with it.
Again, the Irish are trying to push the ball up the floor, getting the ball inside.
Olszewski loses control and throws it away. It's going to be...
I think he got deflected there.
A deflection, so Notre Dame will keep possession underneath.
Well, for Robert Morris, why not come in here with a lot of energy? You know, you're playing a Notre Dame team, you're playing them on the road. You've got to be excited for this challenge, and they have come out and played extremely hard at the defensive end.
Have a couple of big games coming up, including a matchup against another ACC opponent.
Yes.
In the Pittsburgh Panthers.
And their new arena, $51 million new arena, which Coach Toole is so excited about.
Just incredible number. Carmody gets the friendly roll, 4 points.
Now, as a coach, you love the mindset. Both of those sophomores, Olszewski and Carmody, had opportunities to pull up and shoot, but they attacked the rim rather than shoot the three right now. Let the game come to them.
The Robert Morris head coach, Andrew Toole, is in his 10th season.
Great man, just an incredible man, done an incredible job at this level, and now he's got a new facility to recruit with, so you got to be really happy for him in a big ball game against Pitt this week.
And an offensive foul against Jalen Hawkins. Gives the ball back to the Fighting Irish. This is a Robert Morris team that has to find other ways to recruit a lot of times.
Yes, they do.
Going the junior college route, as a lot of their top players in the past have been poached by bigger schools.
And that's happening a lot.
Carmody looks to stay red hot, but it's off the mark that time. The Colonials in transition. It's Hawkins underneath. Who's blocked by Carmody? This time it's a 3 ball from John Williams, and he's got it. Robert Morris back within a pair.
Not a good pass there on transition.
Taken away. Here comes McEwen. Robert Morris looking to tie the game. John Williams, who just hit a three. Drives on Jogo. He's blocked again. It's a block party here.
There it is. You know, the length of the Irish as Robert Morris attacks the rim. The length of the Irish have really disrupted shots.
That was the 4th blocked shot from the Fighting Irish defense already. Just 6 seconds to shoot once they inbound this basketball. Hawkins without a shoe, pulls up. Can't get the roll.
I really love the substitution patterning of the Irish. They have played a lot of players early.
A long 3 balls off the mark from Goodwin. Nice rebound from Leszewski. Those offensive boards are important. Gibbs, step back, 3 ball. Front rim. Now I'll have to make a correction here because I thought Jalen Hawkins had lost his shoe. In fact, he's wearing 2 different colored shoes.
Yes, yes. It looked like he was playing with a sock there for a while.
That's what I thought. Underneath, Bean fades away, in and out.
Yeah, that makes a little different look when you see a gray shoe and a white shoe. Notre Dame's curling off of that look. That's the shot that they should be looking for. Yes, rather than the 3, don't settle for a 3. Come off the curl and get that 2. And that gives a player a lot of confidence. They see the ball go through the net. Then they can hit the 3.
And the pass misses wildly from Jalen Hawkins. Notre Dame up 12-8 with 4 points. He had just 6 against UNC for the entire game.
Right, and you know the thing, that the presence of mind of knocking in that shot right as the time was running out was huge for him. That's a confidence builder. And I also like what the Irish are doing. They've already played 9 players.
Nikola Jogo making an entrance. He did not play at all against the Tar Heels on Wednesday. Mooney looks to drive underneath. It's Goodwin on the finish.
Again, a little bit different mindset by the Irish today, attacking the basket rather than settling for 3s. I think that's a great decision until you feel you're more comfortable hitting that 3-point shot. Just pound the ball inside.
And those sophomores, you already talked about Carmody. Goodwin had just 2 points against UNC. He's already got 4.
Absolutely, and those are things that, you know, that's what you're trying to build on, confidence as a player and a coach, giving them opportunity to succeed.
Irish with some good ball moving around the outside. The kick to Gibbs, wide open.
That was in the flow of the offense, and that was definitely a great offensive set for the Irish.
Gibbs was 4 for 6 on Wednesday night. He and Hub both shot the ball well.
Wow, it's Notre Dame playing hard.
Josh Williams looks to drive out to Tracy. The 3 ball is in.
Look at this transition basket.
Pfluger is fouled on the way up.
Loved it. As soon as the ball went through the net, outlet, down the floor, Irish had great transition there. They didn't sit back and think, oh, we just gave up a 3. They got the ball down the floor right away.
It's also very good to see TJ Gibbs playing so well right now. That's a look at Mike Bray and his 20th coach here. 20th year as head coach, I should say.
What an incredible job he has done, you know, with his players, the relationship, being able to be recognized as a coach that's going to be successful, but at the same time has great rapport, allows his players to have the freedom on the offensive end that allows people to come here and want to play for him.
Yeah, the Irish with, of course, the 4-star recruits coming in last season. With Hub, along with Leszewski, Goodwin, and Carmody.
Notre Dame's right now looking to subs and switch every screen, which makes it very difficult for Robert Morris. The Notre Dame defense, every player is switching on every screen, and so it just allows everybody to continue to match up. You don't have any separation because of a ball screen.
And Coach, one other note here. Robert Morris has been a little sloppy with the basketball. 7 turnovers already.
Yes, they have. And, you know, again, I give that credit. I think the Irish have come out with a mindset here that they are going to get after it. They're going to get after it. They're going to let their defense dictate their offense rather than flipping that, thinking that they've got to hit threes in order to get going on the defensive end. I like that mindset today.
That's a look at the head coach for Robert Morris, Andrew Toole, in his 10th season.
Everybody can remember back the great win they had against Kentucky on their home floor in the NIT, and he said that really kind of put a mark in the ground for their program, and they've been able to build off of that ever since.
This team was not so far from an NCAA berth a season ago, as they lost in the conference semifinals against Fairleigh Dickinson by just 4 points. Fairleigh Dickinson went on to win the NEC.
There you see what the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are all about today, getting to the offensive boards. If you miss it, you stay with it. You see Durham and Mooney, both of them had their hands on the ball there. Eventually they get to the free throw line.
Jawan Durham shoots 2. Very clean shot there from the big man, Jawan Durham.
Got really nice form at the free throw line. And he has really improved from the time he's come here from UConn.
What do you see as some of the differences from when he came here to how much he's developed?
The biggest thing is his presence on the defensive end, where he does a great job of communicating. He lets his teammates know where he's at so he can get to those block shots.
Josh Williams is off. Offensive rebound. Second try. And another block. It's Rex Pfluger from 3. That's short.
Yep.
And a blocking foul called against Pfluger.
Just didn't have his feet set in that situation. It was real close, but he just didn't get there.
Here's the block.
Yes, look at that.
Nice job by Mooney as A.J. Brama couldn't get the ball up after he rebounded it. That was already for Notre Dame the 5th block as a team.
And Durham is so long that he can get to a lot of balls that the offensive player just doesn't think can happen. Next thing you know, it's getting swatted away.
Brama pulls up, fades away with that shot. And is it going to have an effect on your shot in the future when you get blocked?
Well, it has an effect on you going to the rim the next time. You know, all of a sudden you're thinking, I'm not going in there because I'm going to get my shot blocked. So it sets up things so much differently defensively.
Pfluger loses control. And a moving pick. And called against A.J. Brama. And yet another turnover for Robert Morris.
Yeah, if you're Coach Toole, you do not want to come in here and turn the ball over. You've got to take care of the basketball, but that's just an illegal screen. You've got to be set. You've got to give your defender space, and that just didn't happen. That was an easy call for the referees.
4 turnovers in the last 5 minutes for Robert Morris. 8 in the contest as a whole.
Way too many to come in here and turn the ball over against the Irish. Look for a high-low look.
Prentice Hub has his dribble, was pivoting for quite a while. It's John Mooney with a long 3. It's well short.
Again, that was not a very good possession. The Irish need to get the ball back inside out.
Mendy with a long 2. Another thing for the Fighting Irish, they're just 1 for 8 from beyond the arc to start this game. Mike Bray's squad leads this game by 8, but they haven't had a point in the last 2:13 to look to turn that around as TJ Gibbs will shoot a pair.
again, those are the things that dry spells happen because they're not able to knock in that three. And that's something that is going to just be something they're going to have to fight through mentally and start knocking down those shots.
Here is the NEC preseason coaches poll. And there's a lot of ambiguity there about around the top.
Yes. 5
coaches have picked LIU Brooklyn.
That just really shows there's a lot of parity in the league. And then you looked at the very bottom. That was the D2 school that moved up. That's why their record was better, really, than everybody else in the league last year.
Yeah, Merrimack was 22-10 at the Division II level last year.
Now they're going 5 out. No post play by Robert Morris.
Tipped ahead. It's Prentice Hub to the basket who lays it in.
Another turnover by Robert Morris, and that's really been the difference so far in this game. The turnovers by Robert Morris have been costly.
They're 10th in the contest.
Ouch! You don't want 10, in the first, 14 minutes. That's just way too many turnovers.
You don't want 10 for an entire game, preferably.
Yes.
Mendy backing down. Terrific post move. And the reverse. Wow.
That was on a scouting report. Watch for the duck under move, and that's exactly what he went to there against, a taller player, using the rim to protect himself so Juwan could not block that shot.
Hub looks to drive out to Mooney.
That's a good look, but it's still short.
Off. John Mooney has been a little bit cold so far to start the season. Just 2 points. He does have 4 rebounds. Hawkins driving underneath. Another shot from Mendy. That's short.
Irish in their motion offense right here.
And the pass from Carmody is tipped out.
One of the things that Robert Morris does do a very good job is when the Irish get into the lane, they really collapse well. They swarm the ball. Makes it very difficult to find easy passes when you attack the rim against Robert Morris.
Look at that Hub steal. Terrific job by the sophomore.
Yeah, getting your hands on the ball. Defense creates offense, and there you see a great example of that. The harder you play at defensive end, you get rewarded by steals and deflections.
A couple of subs enter the game for Notre Dame. Goodwin and Leszewski come in for Mooney and Durham. Going with a smaller lineup this time around.
Look for the Irish at some point look to post up their guards a little bit against the smaller guards than Robert Morris.
And it's Carmody driving and the foul.
That's his game. I mean, that is really his game. Attacking the basket, using his athletic ability. Attack the basket, great body control. Look how he puts it up soft on the rim and knocks in that shot.
Not someone who's necessarily going to go out and sink 4 threes in a row, but he's got that grinding game where he'll drive to the basket.
Yes, and he's physical, and that's something that really gives him advantage. He can post up, he can physically rebound strong, and those are the things that he can do well that brought him here to Notre Dame.
The first free throw missed by Notre Dame thus far. They're 6 for 7 from the line. That is a 3-ball off the mark from Charles Bain. Bain, the junior, who started all 35 games the season ago, has no points. Goodwin, the bucket and the foul.
That's exactly what I just talked about a second ago. Getting the guards down on the block, giving them some confidence. Here, the post up, the back down dribble. This is confidence builders for these sophomores when they can get in closer and then just have that fadeaway jump shot rather than having to hit a 3.
Dean Goodwin's free throw is good.
See his mom and dad's at the game again today.
Goodwin, a sophomore out of Upper Arlington, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And it's a drive from Hawkins. He's fouled on the way up.
Yeah, great attack there. Left hand attacking it, putting it high off the rim, off the backboard to the rim. Got fouled in the action, shooting 2. really like these referee jerseys. They've really changed those up with the black shoulders. You know, they've wore the same ugly things for so long. It's good to see them. Somebody must have finally got to them and said, hey, you got to look a lot better. And so it's a cleaner look.
Free throw from Hawkins misses.
Yes, it does. Look at their arms. It shows off their arms. You know, giving the referees a hard time before the game that they must be working out a lot more.
A pair of misses from Hawkins, player that was at the JUCO level.
And they do
points.
And they do recruit heavily from the JUCO level.
Got quite a few players from that level. We'll get to that in a moment as Leszewski slams it in.
Again, closer shots build confidence. And there again, you see Nate Leszewski getting a layup rather than that three-point shot. It's really pivotal for these guys to build some confidence by getting easier shots.
6 players for this Robert Morris team played either at the community college level or at the junior college level. There's a foul and one, as Robert Morris tries to inch their way back in it. Oh, I beg your pardon. It's a charge. And TJ Gibbs finding Leszewski.
And I had a chance to be behind the Notre Dame bench during that last break, and although Bray and the coaches were laughing and smiling, the message was to keep up the solid play on defense, and it's a long game, so Coach Bray wants to see continued consistency from his players. Austin?
Thanks, Holden. The fadeaway from Goodwin is airball.
Yeah, you know, again, though, even though that ball was airball, I really like the possession, going inside, getting these younger players an opportunity to get their back to the basket, posting up, getting higher percentage shots.
Underneath, the lay-in from Charles Bean. And the Colonials back within 15.
They really haven't had too many looks inside. You know, the things that they've done well is really basically knocked in some perimeter shots.
Carmody driving wildly. Picks up the foul, and he'll shoot 2.
No, I think he's got called for a charge there.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, he was a little bit out of control there. Robert Morris, defending player, got set, created that charge.
The head coach, Andrew Toole, after the charge, tried to get some life into his bench.
Yeah, and you know, he knows how to coach. There's no question about that. But again, when you come out here, you can't turn the ball over as much as they've done in this first half. And that kind of takes the wind out of the sails of players if they're turning it over.
Robert Morris isn't shooting that poorly from 3. They're 3 for 7. Overall, 7 for 22.
Just haven't had that many good looks.
It's a step back 3 from John Williams with the shot clock winding down.
Wow, that was a big time shot. Defender in his face, all over him. Now the bench is excited.
After a pair of stops and a pair of buckets, Robert Morris has some momentum in the closing moments of the first half. Oh, great dribbling. Oh, and the finish.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my word. What an incredible take and reverse layup. That was a big, we have seen 2 big-time moves back-to-back on this court. One for Robert Morris and one for Notre Dame.
Oh, my. Prentice Hub with outstanding talent. Bain launches a 3. That's off.
My goodness, the presence of mind, the crossover dribble, the left-hand take, and then being able to get to the rim like he did was a big-time move.
I don't know the last time I've seen a play that good in person.
Been a while.
Maybe the last time was when Zion Williamson came to Purcell Pavilion. 3 ball from Hub.
He feels it now.
Oh,
he feels it now. Look out. You know, I think it was a breakout game against North Carolina. And now it's carried over here. That last 2 possessions has shown the success of this young man.
Josh Williams off on the 3 ball.
Don't like the last 2 possessions here by Robert Morris. They've taken quick 3s.
Timeout called by the Fighting Irish. They're up 17 as Coach Mike Bray will have a word
Yeah, this step back three was ridiculous. You know, just an incredible take there. Just a great look. And then, you know, you come right back with this move here. Attacking with his left hand, then going back and up and through.
Oh my!
That was very pretty.
The talent level to be able to pull a move like that off.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Let's talk a little bit about Notre Dame's shooting. They've been getting the ball inside their field goal percentage at 53.8%.
Right, you know, the game plan. As you look at the scouting report, you look at the game plan. Coach Ayers had this scout, and he said one of the things they've got to do is get the ball inside and attack more on the inside. And with the shooting woes that the Irish have had, why not? Why not get the ball inside to your guards, and then they can play off the low post area, which they exactly did. Players have a really good vibe about themselves right now.
Robbie Carmody, I beg your pardon, that's Dane Goodwin. Here's Prentice Hub. Had a couple of really nice shots. It's a traveling violation against Mooney. He clearly picked up that pivot foot.
Yep, got a little happy feet right there, trying to back down his opponent. But, you know, that's a travel. And now we'll see what this last 30 seconds wraps up for the half.
John Williams has his pass taken away. The Fighting Irish have under 30 seconds to go. Let's see if they'll wait for the shot clock as it is off. Rex Pfluger dishes underneath to Mooney, who has trouble with it, who lays it up and in. Just 4 points so far from John Mooney. Hasn't been as big of a factor here in the first half.
No, but his teammates have picked him up. And, you know, that's a great thing that you want to see happen. A lot of players, you know, when they're struggling, you want to see your teammates help. And so that's been a good deal for them.
Three ball at the end of the half from Kingland. Hawkins misses. It's been all Irish.
Very comfortable in his takes and his shots. Then you can just see the points just come easily for him. And he also plays incredibly at the defensive end.
Just moments away from the start of the second half. Robert Morris is going to have to find a way to get back in this game quickly. They're down by 19.
Let's see if they try to change things up. One, they've got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. That's going to be a key for them. But they're going to have to shoot better from the three, and they're going to have to make more. They're going to have to make more threes, attempt more than they have here in the first half.
The Irish start with the basketball. It's the starting five back on the floor for Notre Dame. Pfluger, Hub, Gibbs, Durham, and Mooney. Inside of Durham with the flush.
Well, that answers that question right away. Are the Irish going to go back inside? They did that right away. Looking inside, posting up strong, and knocking in an easy dunk layup. It's a great steal here.
Taken away, it's Pfluger with Hub to the basket. No foul as he falls down. Mooney keeps it in bounds. And it's a three ball from Gibbs. Nails it again.
Great start by the Irish. Something that Robert Morris did not want to see. A great start here in the first minute of this second half.
Dante Tracy has his pass go right through the hands of A.J. Brama.
As a coach, you don't want to see turnovers. Great post play inside. Got the basketball inside, and then again, Irish had a focus going inside right away.
It's a 5-0 start to the second half. John Mooney to Hub, who wants another, and he's got another.
They're having a lot of fun right now. They're relaxed and they're very confident at both ends of the floor.
Prentice, Hub with 10, TJ Gibbs with 10.
You got to play with that looseness and confidence in order to, wow, there's a big shot. There's no question that young man has confidence. He's going to look for threes, and he knocks that one down.
John Williams with 9 points. It's a pass from TJ Gibbs over the head of Rex Pfluger. And these are things that the Irish just had to clean up a little bit, but this is a look at that three ball from TJ Gibbs.
He's got great form. I was watching him before the game today, and just really sets himself up really well. Got a great release point. He's going to get back to knocking down threes, and now he just needs his teammates to help him out.
It's a three ball from Tracy that's long. And John Mooney comes up with yet another rebound. Mooney has 4 points. That was his 7th rebound of the game, though.
Even though he's struggling a little bit at the offensive end, he still does everything that coach wants to be done. He handles things. There's a great post up.
Down on an undersized Williams, and the reverse from Mooney is good.
You know, I just look at this team and say, you know what? We're going to take you to the woodshed, down in the paint, and that's exactly what's happening. Getting the ball down low and, you know, using your length and your power to score easily inside.
Notre Dame shooting 59.4%.
Another turnover.
That's number 11 on the contest for Robert Morris. They cleaned things up a little bit at the end of the first half, but it was a really bad start for Robert Morris in the turnover department. Pfluger with the floater.
See, I just like the mental approach of the dribble drive pull-up shot rather than just settle for the three. And you can see that they're very intentional about settling down and knocking down the easier shots.
Josh Williams has just been a little bit off today. He's 1 for 6 from three-point land as Mooney with the reverse extends the Irish lead to 30. But if Robert Morris is going to compete today, it was going to come as a result of Josh Williams, and he hasn't been hitting his shots.
Well, there was a big target on his back. As you talk to the Irish coaching staff, they focused in. They were going to do a great job of switching out, not giving him easy looks.
Seems like there's almost been a lid on that basket for Robert Morris. They have had trouble hitting anything.
Ball's going inside again.
Durham with the size advantage. It doesn't matter this time as it's taken away by Brahma. In transition, Tracy looks to drive. Pulls up from 8 feet.
Great rebound. Again, there's the situation where the length of Durham just created all sorts of problems for Robert Morris as they attack. They don't get a good look because those arms are there, and it just forces you to create a little bit different. You're not going to knock in those shots. Been a very good first 4 minutes for Notre Dame.
TJ Gibbs looks to drive all the way to the bucket. He's fouled on the way up.
Again, a high ball screen set up there allowed, again, Gibbs to be able to take the ball strong to the rim. He felt he should have knocked that one in, but he takes it strong, gets bumped in the head. But again, if he had that one to do over again, he'd think, I'm going to make that 9 out of 10.
TJ Gibbs with the 2 free throws. The first one is good.
He is playing with a lot of confidence right now. And if you're Irish coaching staff, that's exactly what you want to see out of your leader, to play with a tremendous amount of poise and confidence. And again, I really go back to the first game. Even though it was a loss, he played very, very well against the Tar Heels.
The senior TJ Gibbs out of Scotch Plains, New Jersey, sinks both free throws. And the Irish continue to grow this lead. In the second half, they have outscored Robert Morris 16-3. Josh Williams has nowhere to go. Outside, it's Bain from 3, in and out. Rebound. And the putback is good from Mendy. Mendy's had a pretty good game.
He really has. You know, he's undersized. He plays real strong inside. You know, he battled on the board, got an offensive rebound there, which the Irish really have not given up too many offensive boards.
Mooney can't sink the shot.
Again, Notre Dame has continued to switch on almost every screen out.
It's a 3-ball, and this time Josh Williams knocks it down.
This is a situation where he flared rather than curled, had a great look and knocked it down. It's got a great stroke. I mean, you can just tell if he has a great look at it, he's going to knock those in.
We mentioned this earlier, but in the game against Division III opponent, he had 15 three-pointers on 25 shots.
15, you know, to think about it, there's a lot of teams that don't get 15 in a week.
And it's Prentice Hub with his 3rd of the game. This is the guy that shot just a touch over 30% beyond the arc last season.
That's not happening anymore in this young man's career. He is settled in. He understands the pace of the game now. He understands where he can get his shots off and how he can get those off. You don't see him forcing things like he did as a freshman.
He's shooting over 60% from beyond the arc, 8 for 13. It's Williams who drives, puts up a short floater. That won't go either.
Little thing there was just great defense by Notre Dame, making a shooter run off the line and have to take it to the rim.
Notre Dame with a 30-point lead over Robert Morris. They've taken control in the second half, in large part due to this man, Prentice Hub. The Irish with a dominant 30-point lead over Robert Morris. And for more information on Robert Morris and what they're looking to do in the second half, let's send it down to Holden Pirelli.
Thanks so much, Austin. I had a chance to speak with Robert Morris head coach Andrew Toole before the start of the second half. I asked him about the challenge of Notre Dame's defense and why his team played so poorly on offense in the first half. He said, frankly, we were awful. We couldn't even pass the ball, so he was visibly frustrated, and he wants to see his team be able to execute on the road, guys.
I would agree with Andrew there. They were awful, especially on execution. And, you know, I think those are things that he's a great coach. He knows his team. He knows how they play, and they just did not play very well.
Goodwin with the post move inside.
There's a weight room. You know, they're in the weight room Thursday after their game, and that was just a weight room move there where you get down low, back your man down and say, I'm bigger and stronger, and I'm going to score on you.
Dane Goodwin, who plays that 3 role, the small forward position, is a 6'6", 200 pounds. It's a 3 ball in and out from Charles Bain, the junior forward. Leszewski.
Good movement by the Irish here.
Underneath, trying to back down to the basket. Can't put it in.
Still a great look, and I like that look rather than settling for threes right now. Make a move that's going to get you a good look at a basket.
Oh my. The 3 ball from Josh Williams.
Yes.
Well short.
You know, it's got to be a tough situation when you go in the game knowing that you're the guy that's going to have the target on his back. Everybody's going to guard you hard.
Josh Williams, one of the premier 3-point shooters in college basketball. He's not hitting them today. The Irish
trying to get their teams to a higher level. Until they win, until they get better players, they're going to stay down low. Those
net rankings all out of 353 teams. Each one of them between 211 and 322 out of 353. So.
Yeah, you know, and again, there's a lot of things going on at the college level I don't like. And one of the things that I struggle with, and I don't have the answer, but as a coach at a smaller school, when you have a great player, they're being poached to a different level. So what's happening in that league, they don't have seniors that have been in a program for 4 years. Once they get to their senior year and they've had a great 3-year career, maybe a redshirt senior, then they go somewhere else and play. You know, they play at a higher level. They play at a Power 5 league. So we're seeing a lot of great players at the lower level conferences getting poached.
A team yesterday that was just knocked out of the water was Mississippi Valley State, a team that was 349th out of 353 teams. They lost by 94 points to Utah.
Yeah, that's, you know, and again, I look at that. There might be other things there that I would disagree. You can keep the score a lot closer by scoring that many points. I don't know. I don't know the situation, but you can hold the ball a little bit.
I mean, you were a coach of a really good Bethel team for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are games you won by large margins.
Yes.
What do you think of winning a game by 93 points? Or at
no,
some point
you don't.
You pull it back?
You play your walk-ons. You play kids that haven't had a chance to play. You limit how many possessions you get. You're going to run the clock down to 5 on the shot clock. There's better ways to doing that, but that's a lot of points to give up, and that's a lot of points to also score. That you don't win in that situation. Neither team benefits from a blowout like that.
The final score was 143-49 in yesterday's contest in Utah.
Irish have really continued to do what they've left off with. The greatness have done extremely well. They've used their length to create great defensive opportunities.
The block's something that have been outstanding for Notre Dame, led by Jawan Durham. He's got a trio already today.
Yeah, he's just long and lanky. He does such a good job. And again, as we've talked about, that just sets up easy offensive plays.
Well, Notre Dame commits a turnover off of an out-of-bounds play, and it's Hawkins who goes coast to coast for the finish.
Thought Goodwin got pushed a little bit on that lob, but no call. Irish in their motion offense, what they feel very comfortable about. Great pump fake.
TJ Gibbs off balance. Nearly got the friendly roll.
You know, talking before the game with Coach Toole, one of the things he's trying to get his players to do is play with a lot more confidence and also play a lot smarter offensively, taking care of the ball, and he's working with his guys to make sure that they try to get better at that area.
Well, the team has struggled in the turnover category this game.
Yeah.
They've committed 14 of them.
They have really been bothered also with the length of Notre Dame.
Krzyzewski fades away and nails the shot.
See, I really like that look that Krzyzewski has there, where rather than setting out and shooting a three, he's pulled up and hit that two.
Krzyzewski struggled against the Blue Devils from three-point distance. He was 0 for 5 as Hawkins' three is off.
Yeah, that's a bad shot. Coach did not like that shot at all. And again, right now, nothing's going well for Robert Morris.
Carmody on the drive is fouled on the
Boy,
way
he
up.
likes to attack the rim. And again, he's just fearless in there. He will go to the rim hard. He's athletic. He's very strong.
Carmody is 0 for 1 from the free throw line, but get this, Notre Dame 11 for 12 as a team from the stripe.
And, you know, as we mentioned before, you've got to find ways to score. And so one of the best ways to score, Notre Dame is my marquee team at doing this, making free throws. And Notre Dame has done an incredible job over the years of making free throws and really creating easy shots. That allows you to stay away from droughts of 5 or 4 minutes without buckets. If you can get free throws, you're going to stay in the game.
They did struggle a little bit from the free throw line versus UNC, just
Yes,
8 for
they did.
14 in that game.
Oh, yeah, and it hurt them. It really hurt them a lot.
Notre Dame 13 for 14 today. If they were 13 for 14 versus UNC, it's a different game.
Absolutely, and again, as a coach, those are thinking, why didn't we do that on Wednesday? What's the difference between that free throw line has not moved a bit. Now they're knocking them in. But a lot of it goes back to how you're feeling on the floor. If you're feeling with confidence as a player on the court, then the free throws just go in.
Another note, though, and again, it's tough to play in an opposing environment like in North Carolina and Chapel Hill.
Oh, there's absolutely. That's a tough place to play. Another great look there. Again, I just look how Hubbs is finding an open man and getting an easy shot. Great vision by the point guard.
And the flush again from Durham as there is a foul.
Yeah, I think on the drive there a little bit. I think Mooney got his hands on it. Again, you got to have great vision, and you got to know where your teammates are. And when you have a point guard that can shoot and score, and then come right back with the opportunity to find the big man inside, those big men love those opportunities to score.
Hub with 13 points as a pair of an assist as Bain knocks down a free throw.
This also allows the Irish to rest Rex Pfluger. You know, he played more minutes I think he was supposed to the other night, but he didn't want to come out of the game. There's an opportunity. You can limit his minutes right now and get ice on those knees. Great cut back door by the Irish.
Jogo looks for a three. That's off the front rim. Hawkins in transition once again. Loses control, regains. And the shot won't drop.
Irish off and running here.
Jogo has another look. He gives to Gibbs. And Gibbs has it yet again. TJ Gibbs 3 for 5 from beyond the arc. Hub is 3 for 4.
Those two guards have just continued to go where they did on Wednesday night. They're hitting those shots. They're playing with a tremendous amount of confidence at both ends of the floor.
It's the same exact story as Wednesday. On Wednesday, Gibbs and Hub combined for a total of 8 for 14 from beyond the arc. Today they combined for 6 for 9, but the other players in the team are 0 for 6 combined. So
yeah, the threes here. This is a great look off. Gave Gibbs a great look to get his feet set. you know, the little things there, just getting your, look at the follow through. Look at the follow through. That's what coaches want to see, that full extension, that great extension that leads to an easy three.
Free throw nailed by Josh Williams. Just his 7th point of the contest. This is a guy that averages nearly 15 per game, had 13 versus Marshall. The Akron, Ohio native misses the back end.
Yeah, he's been frustrated. Again, that goes back to the Irish doing a great job of knowing where he is all the time.
Gibbs finds Hub, who launches a three. That's well offline.
Great
Williams
breakout.
In transition, the layup goes.
We got definitely an up-tempo style right now where both teams are pushing it up and down the floor. Mismatch inside here.
Mooney gets the basket. He wanted to foul. There was some contact.
There was a lot of contact there, but again, on the switch out, Notre Dame recognized it, found their big man inside to score easily.
Mooney, 10 points, 9 rebounds. And there is a foul. I think it's going to go against Jogo, and it's a big-time block from Durham. The Irish up by 37 over Robert Morris. And it was John Mooney with the basket at the end. Had a lot of pressure on him. And
Austin, Notre Dame senior forward John Mooney told me that he's been impressed all offseason and for the start of the regular season with the development of sophomore guard Prentice Hub. Mooney likes his leadership, his playmaking ability, which we saw with 8 assists against North Carolina, and he's the second leading scorer here today. Mooney thinks having Hub engaged will be key for the Irish to have success down the road, guys.
Hub has been a major piece for this Notre Dame team. In the early going, had 22 points against Duke. Last time out, I beg your pardon, against North Carolina, not Duke. And he has 13 so far today.
Great movement. See, again, as a coach, you just love that. You love the movement. You love the pull-up jump shot. Rather than say, I've got to hit the three. That's his comfort zone right now. Play to your strengths, not to a weakness. Play to your strengths is what you need to have your players do as you coach them up.
Tracy finds a wide open Williams, who nails the three.
Very rare that he's had that look tonight, but he got a baseline touch off of a great pass, set him up for a great look.
And he's got 12 points, but it shows that even though he's scoring a bit now with 12 points, he's got to be that much more effective for Robert Morris to stay in these games. You have to get production from and down this lineup.
Yeah, you do, and it's just not happened. And again, you look at 41 points here. It's just not a good output by the whole team. And so, you know, those are challenges that coach can go back, watch film, and get ready for the next game. You learn from these.
A step back from Hub. That was well short.
Yes.
Three ball from Williams. Wants it again. Mooney's got the rebound. That's his 10th. He's got a double-double.
There you go. There you go, Mr. Walking double-double. Back at it again. Missed out what happened there to Durham. I think he got banged up a little bit here in that transition, so he's getting looked at by the training staff right now.
Couple of substitutions come in. Chris Doherty seeing his first action of the evening. Doherty, also a sophomore, played in just a couple of games his freshman season.
Oh.
Lob inside from Hub is taken away. And on the floor right now, 5 sophomores. These are all 5 players that came in a season ago.
How about that? As you look at the future of Notre Dame basketball, you're looking at it right here with 5 sophomores on the floor.
Fading away, and a really nice shot from Yanis Mendy.
Been really impressed with his low post play. He's done a really good job of banging down low and having a nice touch and presence around the basket. He is undersized, but he is strong and fearless.
Out to Hub, who looks to drive. Goodwin, a three. Yes!
There you go. That's where, again, you hit a pull-up jump shot, that sets things up. And now you get an open three. You see the ball go through the net. The first time, it's so much easier as you set up for that three.
Williams can't respond, but the slam from A.J. Brahma.
One of the things the Irish are going to have to continue to work on this year is screening out. And it's not been a factor in this game at all, but there will be times when screening out is going to be so important.
Chris Doherty fouled on the way up.
You know, a lot of times as you look at a basketball player, you say, you know, just hit the simple shots. And he did early, and then he came back and had a great look for a three and knocked it in. That builds confidence, you know. And every time you see that ball go through the net, it just builds more and more confidence for the next time. So I really like the approach of all the Notre Dame players today have hit, you know, just one dribble pull-ups rather than just relying on the three.
Doherty couldn't hit that time. Nearly had that ball go off the rim,
yeah,
top of the backboard, and back in.
Yeah, I mean, that shows you that you're creative when you're shooting free throws. And Irish have shot very well from the free throw line today. And you want to see the guys coming on the bench continue to do that.
This game is officially the 2019 Men Against Breast Cancer Invitational.
Yes.
And it's such an important issue the Irish are highlighting here tonight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, boy, we all have loved ones that we have known that's had cancer and lost the battle, and there's so many out there that are fighting cancer. So it's just really important for us to have cancer awareness at all levels.
The Irish scoreboard lit up in pink. You can see its reflection on the baseline.
Yes, isn't that really neat? And you know, I think that as the coaches association, the head coaches association, both on the men and women's side, have done a tremendous job of raising money for the V Foundation and Coaches for Cancer. Those are all wonderful, wonderful things that we can see. And there's that pink representing Notre Dame and representing cancer awareness today in this game.
It's a really great mission the Irish have going here.
And you know, it's a personal thing here with the Irish team because they have one of their ranks have had a tough loss to the cancer, and they know that, and it's really neat that they can all step up and be a part of this moment.
So look at Rex Pfluger.
That's what we're talking about right there. What an incredible young man to fight through the adversity that he has fought through this whole past year.
On his undershirt underneath his jersey, he has a message to his mom written right over his heart.
Yep.
It's a really touching moment to see in the warm-ups before the game.
Yeah. And what a great young man. He's so upbeat and so positive. You know, he's loved by his teammates. You know, he didn't have to come back. You know, he could have easily said, you know what, I'm done. But he came back from that terrible knee injury, and he's just a leader on his team. He's so positive. He's loved by everybody in the athletic department.
The whole team joined he and his family out in California.
Yes, that was a great thing that Notre Dame did, is take the whole team out there. You know, you are a family, and the Notre Dame family is like every other program in this country. You work together, you play together, and you know you need to be together in good times and bad times.
Robert Morris nails the three.
There's no question that he can shoot it, but he's got it open, and the Irish have not allowed that to happen.
It was his 4th-3 of the game. And one. With a career-high 18 points. He's sitting next to Prentice Hub. He's got 13. And the man shooting at the free throw line right now, that's Robbie Carmody. He's got 10. The sophomores have been outstanding today.
You know, this is a bounce back for them. This is a great game for them to be able to score, be able to play well, get some confidence, get some chemistry. You know, it's a tough grind, college basketball. And as you go through your freshman year and start into your sophomore year, it's tough to make adjustments, but when you start to get success, it just continues to build on that. So those two guys have been keys today, and they'll be keys for the future.
And a foul on the floor as Dante Tracy took the ball to the basket.
Little hand check there. It's always been a point of emphasis here. So Robert Morris take the ball out underneath the basket.
It's been a dominant performance from the Fighting Irish, who have shot 58.8% from the field. A terrific number. After shooting just a little over 30% in the game versus UNC, and another shot block. And the Irish just too long and too big for this Robert Morris team. Carmody to the basket. Fouled on the way up yet again, and he is someone who is just going to the basket time and time and time again.
Yeah, and he's bigger in person than when you see him on the TV screen. He is thick, he is strong, and he's very athletic. So that is his game, attacking and getting to the rim.
"12 points for the sophomore small forward. 6'6", point number 13.
The Irish have done a good job from the free throw line as well today.
And another three ball as Josh Williams misses. Some miscommunication. Oh, it's a very nice sight. The Irish getting their walk-on guard, Elijah Morgan, into the game. Leschewski misses off the mark, and an offensive foul gives Robert Morris the basketball. It'll be good to see Elijah Morris get a basket.
Yeah,
he's getting some good playing time.
Absolutely. Lots of times people don't realize, the wider the base, the higher the pyramid, those guys are at practice every day that you don't see are making their teammates better. They're doing the prep squad. They're doing all those little things that make the starting five better.
Yeah, we don't always realize all that the players behind the scenes do, from all the assistant coaches to the walk-on players to the team managers. I mean, the list is nearly endless.
It is.
Leschewski has the three ball. It's his first of the season.
That is a welcome sight. Oh boy, that is a welcome sight for all the Irish fan to be able to see that. And he had a nice release there. Didn't rush it. He doesn't have to rush a shot. He's tall and lanky. He just needs to get set and let it fly. That guy.
Three ball the other way, and Williams didn't get off to a great start, but he's got 18 points now.
Yes, he has. And if he hits a look, you can just tell he has a great release point, great rhythm on his shot, knocked it in.
And even though he's got 18, the Irish lead by nearly 40. There's a blocking foul against Robert Morris, and look at this. Elijah Morgan, I should say, will shoot 2 shots.
He's going to make them. I think he's going to make them. People are talking on the bench right now as teammates. What's going to happen? I think he's going to make these shots.
First one is good.
There you go.
First point in an Irish uniform.
And that's a proud moment. He will never forget that moment, as long as he lives.
A pair of free throws go for the freshman.
Nothing to it. 2-3 zone here by the Irish in the last minute.
Elijah Morgan out of New Orleans, Louisiana, went to Jesuit High School down there. Josh Williams wants another, and he's got another. He leads this game with 21 points, but it's going to be too little too late for Robert Morris.
This shows the importance of guarding people, and now he's had open looks here in the last 5 minutes, but before that he didn't get open looks like this. And if he has the open looks, he's burying them.
Morgan wants three. Oh, just off the side rim. And this will in all likelihood do it. Robert Morris will take one more three ball. And it's nailed. This time around, Charles Bain hits a three. It's his first three of the contest and his first points of the contest as Robert Morris ends this game on a 6-0 run, but Notre Dame wins by 35, a commanding 92-57 win, and it all comes down to the shooting. It was outstanding for Notre Dame.
And I really like the defensive effort, the first half especially. Defense set up the offense, but both ends of the floor, the Irish played extremely well today.
Notre Dame shot 57.4%, 31 for 54 overall, and they got some guys going from three-point distance. Leschewski with his first three of the season.
And the sophomore class really stepped up and had a lot of big minutes. And again, they're going to need those guys to step up and play. They're going to have to score. They're going to have to score often. They played a lot more confidence in this game than we saw earlier.